You know how fast you were going?
What? How fast you were going?
I don't know. 10?
8.
Be advised, this is an explicit podcast, so if you're easily offended, get your panties twisted into a knot, turn this off before you get butthurt and mad, start to cry, have to run to your safe space. All opinions are those of the host and his guest and do not reflect the opinions of any government agency.
Welcome, MOTORCOP Chronicles podcast. I'm your host, ICEMAN, as always, in the MCC Studios, my clubhouse. We have another guest on today. We're going to introduce him. Oh, he had no clue that was fucking coming.
You got me there.
Yes, have sound effects. We're going to nickname him, we talked about it a while ago, we're going to nickname him The Gap. I'll explain that in a little bit. So let's welcome him in. We'll start with his questions. What's your favorite TV show?
I think I'd have to go with Chicago PD.
Oh, that's a very good one. Like Voight myself.
I also just finished watching Longmire on Netflix.
I think I've watched that
I
one.
just finished the whole series today.
Your favorite drink?
Crown and Coke.
Just straight Crown?
No straight Crown. Crown and Coke.
Well, I'm talking about the regular Crown.
Oh, no.
Not a flavored one,
Yeah.
anything like that.
No, I like the vanilla Crown.
But just regular Coke or vanilla Coke?
Regular Coke.
You ever tried
It
with
gets
vanilla
too vanilla.
Coke?
Gets too much vanilla when you get it that way.
Vanilla is delicious.
Sometimes. Sometimes.
Sure, that's not a word. He has partaked in some of my
Some peanut butter.
peanut butter and cran grape juice drink. You can hear it clinking in the glass. It's delicious.
It is pretty good.
Get you some, people. Drink some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Bring you back to your old when you're a little kid, and you can get drunk at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite movie?
SWAT.
Like, with the one with
I'm drawing a blank on his name.
No.
With Hondo, bruh. With Hondo.
Yeah, the old SWAT movie when he Charlie Sheen jumped off the bridge and stuff. That SWAT?
No, the newer one.
Okay, because they have another one, SWAT, where they had Charlie Sheen and some other people in it. I'm older than he is. He probably not.
Let's talk about that while we're on that topic right there, because when you worked out here, and I was still in elementary school, I'd be riding a school bus and see you running radar on the side of roads. Now I'm in the same career.
Yeah, look at him. And he's been in motor school. He's a motor officer. His current position right now, he's not in motors, but once you're a motor man, you're always a motor man, and hopefully he's working on getting back on motors where he's working at now. But like I said, once you're a motor man, you're always a motor man, kind of like the
that's it. It's a
Marine
family.
Corps thing. Without the cool uniforms, but we have tight pants and boots.
My hooker boots.
Yes. Long black boots.
All the way up to my knees.
What's your favorite restaurant?
Sushi Masa in
Baton Rouge?
Yeah, Baton Rouge.
I don't think I've ever eaten that one. I do like sushi, though.
It's all you can eat.
Last time I went to an all you can eat, it wasn't that one.
Nagoya?
Me and the wife, yeah, we went there, and I mean, I'm not down talking that, but we both, I think, got food poisoning because we were like sick as the
Sushi
dog.
Masa. You have to order it, and they make it.
Okay.
Bring it to you, and it's still all you can eat.
No, so you don't. It's not like you picking off a buffet.
No,
Man. It just
no.
scares me now.
No
Don't eat
buffet.
raw fish off of a buffet that you pick it up. You may get sick. Just saying. That's just from experience. All right. How long you been in law enforcement?
I started in early 2007. What really got me into it was
Seeing me running radar when he was on the school bus.
Well, that's part of it. But now I got into the fire service in 2003.
You were a hose jockey?
Yeah, I was. Still am part-time. I got into doing that.
He's
Even-
like bisexual.
Even went into dispatch. I don't like the sleepovers. Went into dispatch for a little bit. Got to experience some pretty cool calls on that end of it, aspect of it. And then 2007 became a reserve. And then late 2007 went to my first full-time agency. Graduated the academy in 2008. And been doing it ever since. Taking 2 breaks, about 11 months each time, trying to think that I wanted to get out of it. But once you're in this, you're in it.
Yeah, if you're meant to. The lady that ran the academy when I went to academy in 1995.
That tells your age.
How old were you in 1995?
Oh, let's see.
You were at least born, right? Yeah.
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 No, I was
Probably about
95.
12.
I was 11.
11 years old. The lady always said that you're either born to be a cop or you're not. She can train anybody, but if you were not born to do this profession, you're going to wash out eventually. You're not going to last in it. And I've seen through the years a lot of people leave to go do plant jobs or type jobs that make a hell of a lot more money. And most of them don't even barely last a year, and they're coming back because they don't matter how much money they made. It's not in their heart.
It's not the same. I mean, I did it twice, 11 months each time. I mean, and one of the times I was running the whole trucking company with my dad. And still, while doing that for 3 years, I still went back to working nights in law enforcement because I just couldn't stay away from it.
Me personally, so I've been doing this almost 25 years, and I don't know if I could even. I can't fathom just having a job where I knew I was going to the job and knowing exactly what I was going to do every single day, the same thing every single day. Like I said, at least in our job, I mean, I may go to work and have to help an old lady cross the road or block a road for a traffic crash, work a traffic crash, or so you never know. You never know what's going to happen from day to day. Every time you go to work, there's always that unknown.
You might do like us earlier this week. Have a girl try to decide she wants to fight with 3 of you.
You got a little scratch on you. On
I got 2 scratches.
2 scratches on you. He's got. You need me to call the boo boo wagon?
No,
Okay,
it's done
you're
healed
good.
over. It's healed over.
Okay, he's good.
Yeah.
He survived his.
With the whale.
She was a big girl.
She was a big girl. It took 3 of us to get her down.
Well, everybody survived, right?
Everybody survived.
Good.
Everybody got wounded.
Wounded. She was gonna put it on y'all.
She got all 3 of us.
That's one of my previous episodes. I talked one of the hardest fights I've ever been with. I mean, like I said, she was a gay female, and like I said, she's probably the toughest person I ever had to tussle with. Ever any man or anything like that. Like I said, this woman, she's badass. I'm gonna tell you
That
right now.
or a drunk female is pretty hard to deal with.
Yeah, I haven't had to deal with any drunk females in quite a while. Thank goodness. See, I work all day, so you do come across drunk people during the day sometimes, and usually it's early in the morning, but it hasn't been a long time for me. They pee on them. People pee on themselves all the time like that. All right. How long ago did you go to motor school?
The end of 2016. I was working at an agency. It was right before the floods. I just lost my mother right before the floods. Then the floods hit. We come back. Like I told him I couldn't even stay away from work. We come back to work. One of the guys that was on motors had moved. He left, moved out of state. So I was talking with the 2 other guys that we had over there at that agency. And they were like, send the deputy chief a email telling you're interested in it. Well, I did. What was that? August? Let's see.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Late September. No, I'm just saying. August, I think, in 16. Yeah. Late September, I get a phone call from one of the girls over training. Says, hey, I need you to come by the office to talk about going to motor school. So I didn't even know they was even, that they didn't put it out or nothing. They just picked me and said, you're going. So
Well, that's good.
October, I think it was, 2000.
I'm sure motor school
16.
wasn't that easy, was it?
No. That's what I tell people. Them wings, they're not just given to us.
No, you earn them.
You earn them.
Well, you went through the new school motor school. Yours was 2 weeks long.
2 weeks long.
We had to learn everything y'all learned in 1 week when I went through motor school.
No, I'm kind of glad it was 2 weeks. But by the end of the halfway through the first week, I couldn't pick my arms up.
Well, at what point when you first started, not the first day, but at one point did you just think, I'm not going to pass the school. I am not going to make these patterns?
About day 4. About day 4, I said, I'm ready to quit. I'm tired of picking this bike up off the ground. I've dropped it too many times. I've landed on my back too many times. I'm ready to just go home. But I knew how much I really wanted to do it, so I didn't give up.
No, it's definitely something you have to have a passion for to be a motor cop. Same thing with, like, I think most specialized division, narcotics or
K9,
all stuff. You got to have a special passion for that, with the extra time and stuff you have to do and training you have to do for it. Because I saw guys come through into motor school. I've been on motors for almost 20 years, and great riders in parking lots, scared to death when they hit the highway.
Yeah.
And I've seen guys quit. We had one guy quit after the first day. We had one guy give himself whiplash the first day. That's bad when you give yourself whiplash on a motorcycle, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen people break bones, all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, it can be dangerous. Well, when I went through motor school, there was no such. I actually went through motor school on a carbureted motorcycle, okay? We still were on the Harley pulling, the choke out to start it. And on cold mornings, they didn't like starting. And there was no such thing as anti-lock brakes on motorcycles. We actually listened for front rotor hum, so you're at maximum braking. If you went past that front motor hum, your front wheel's locking, and you know what happens then. You're getting bucked off that motherfucker.
You're going down.
High side. So I saw people get hurt on it when we were learning high-speed braking and stuff like that. So it was quite interesting.
I can't imagine what y'all did, with the older bikes, but even the one I was on, it was definitely, something to hang on to.
Oh, yeah. Well, the newer bikes, like I said, the anti-lock braking thing, I think it saves a lot of civilian lives because, we call you civilian riders, no disrespect, but we call the term the motor guys use tow draggers.
Yes.
Okay? And let me explain it. The reason we call civilian guys tow draggers, and there's plenty of great civilian riders out there, but let's be honest, most of y'all are, leisure part-time riders. When it gets really, really cold, y'all not going to get on that bike when it's 32, 34 degrees outside like we do. But when a motorman stops, he's going to put his left foot down. His right foot's going to stay up on his floorboard, covering his rear brake and stuff like that. You should never see a properly trained motor cop with 2 feet on the ground at a stoplight or anything like that. A lot of times if you see him at a red light, you think, oh, he's playing or whatever. If he's, he might be practicing a slow ride, not even putting his foot on the ground.
Done that a bunch.
For that reason. He's not playing. It's actually part of his training that he's keeping up with. The reason, I know a lot of some civilian schools, they teach when you take off and both of y'all's feet are on the ground and y'all are taking off in first gear and then you pick your feet up. That's why we call them toe draggers. If you ever watch a motor cop, he's gonna pick his left foot up off the ground before that bike starts moving every time. So it's not disrespectful, but if you ever hear us say two draggers, that's why. We call old people blue hairs. I mean, when we're running funerals, like, watch out for the blue hair. It's easier to say, hey, watch out for that old lady. We say blue hair is just quicker. And it's not being disrespectful. It's just, but it comes from the term with some of the old ladies when they get their hair dyed and it's blue. So
Yes, I've seen that a few times.
I mean, they might not have blue hair, but if you look like you're a certain age, you may get called blue hair. But we're just doing that, calling out, watch out for you. So we have all kind of different little terms and words we use for different things. But like I said, we love all our motorcycle riders. We just refer to y'all as toe dragger. You got any? You hadn't been in any crashes? I don't recall. Or anything like that.
No, my old partner had been in a couple of them.
Yeah, well, he was supposed to be here. He ghosted us. I think his wife mad at him or something. I don't know if he didn't brush his teeth this morning. We talked to him on the phone. He said he was really stinky, so maybe he has to bathe more often or something like that. But his nickname is Baby Gap. So since this is his old partner and they're like still really good friends, I'm called him Big Gap, I guess. We can get all kind of connotations out of that. His pants are kind of tight he has on right now. He might have a gap. I don't know.
Should see that thong underneath it.
You can wear your man hammock. They're probably polka dot.
They striped tonight.
Okay, but he was supposed to be on, but like stuff came up and he wasn't able to make it. We're gonna have him on another time. We'll probably bring Big Gap and Baby Gap on together. Stop picking on your
I'm not picking.
tattoo. He just got a new tattoo the other night and he's in here picking on it. You need some Nair to put on there or something?
I can't deal with you tonight.
You got any funny stories from when you were in motors or just being in law enforcement in general? Everybody has some. I mean, I know you've had some stupid shit happen.
I've had some dumb stuff happen in the past. Was doing a parade in town, and again, trying to work on my skills, I decided I was going to do some slow riding right there in the main intersection of two state highways. And, well, I let out a little much on the clutch and it died. And there we go, me and the bike to the ground.
In front of all the people.
In front of everybody. It was a little embarrassing.
Did they clap?
They laughed. There was no clapping going on. I think there was even people on other bikes throwing their sirens on to draw all the attention to me in the middle of the road trying to pick my bike back up.
What year was that?
Jeez. That was the Christmas parade.
Was it after 16?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, I wasn't there at that point then.
It was in 18.
Yeah, I wasn't there for that one.
Yeah, no.
We've all had embarrassing moments in parades, which I've learned better to not do stuff in. I was actually in a homecoming parade in the north end of the parish, and like I said, I was probably a year or two old MOTORCOP at that point, and I'm trying to do my little fancy stuff and all of that stuff in the road. Well, I was dragging my floorboards, and I hit one of the reflectors in the middle of a state roadway. And let me tell you what, people, I don't know what they glue this shit down with, but they don't move. That floorboard bracket hit that reflector, slammed me straight to the ground, broke the floorboard bracket completely in half, so now the floorboard's hanging off. So as I'm picking the bike up, the vehicle in the parade behind me is the sheriff himself. So I'm looking at him while I'm picking this motorcycle up, and now the floorboard's hanging off of it, so we got to replace that. I ended up having to ride with my foot up on the crash guard because the like I said, the floorboard's just hanging off at this point. Another time in one of the larger parades in the parish is I was playing again. I used to, in my younger days when I was skinnier, I used to practice riding side saddle and stuff like that. Where we put both feet on the side of the bike. My fat ass ain't doing that no more. I can still do it, but it's harder for me to get my fat ass leg back on the other side for the proper side. So
Yeah,
I don't do that.
I
I was
can't
like
do
that. That was my younger days when I was skinnier.
I had another one not long ago. I had seen you there. It was in another neighboring parish. We was all getting ready for a funeral. We went to the store. There was 5 of us. Some of us needed to get fuel in our bikes to get ready. Doing the same thing. I was turning around in the parking lot, floorboard on the ground, and the expansion joint in the concrete had a little piece of metal sticking up on one side of it, and that floorboard caught that expansion joint. The bike goes out from under me. I'm going across the parking lot on my back like a turtle, and the little lady in the car at the gas pump is sitting there with her hand over her mouth because she didn't know what was going on.
She probably thought you just died right there.
I jump up, trying to get my bike up before everybody else sees, but no, too late. All 4 other motor officers sitting there was laughing. I had to go apologize to this little lady because I just scared the mess out of her.
Nobody took no pictures, did they?
No pictures.
If we have our phones in our hand and you do fall down like that, we're going to video you and take pictures of you picking your motorcycle up.
I've had to pick it up a few times.
Well, I fell down when I was side saddle in the parade in front of hundreds of people and had to pick this motorcycle up. So that was the last time I ever did that. Now my main thing when I do parades, the last parade I was in, right around, I think it was a Mardi Gras parade in the area I work in now. It's very large. One of the newer city motor cops out there asked me, he's like, are you going to try to slap and shake everyone's hands in the entire parade route? I said, I'm trying. I'm doing my best. My thing is I always wear gloves when I do this, of course, but I'll drive real slow right up against the crowd and put my right hand out, and give little high fives and slap to all the little kids. I'll stop, talk to people in the crowd, shake their hands. It's part of my community policing that just on the episode with Jim Brown just talked about. And I'll do that constantly for the whole parade. If it's a big parade, it's a lot of handshaking and stuff like that. Hundreds of people. I enjoy doing it. Like I said, I like interacting with the community. He's like, the other guy's like, I'm not going to try that. I'm like, why? He's like, because they had just got a motorcycle. He's like, if I drop this motorcycle the wrong way, I'm going to crush one of these little kids. I'm like, yeah, you just stay in the middle of the roadway area. Don't do that if you're not comfortable. Because you do have to be mindful that these are children and they will step out in front of you. So, and you got your one hand off that motorcycle. So
I've had it happen.
So you don't want to hit a kid. Knock on wood, that's never happened to me.
I think I'm enjoying you there.
But that's what I do. I don't do the circles things and do all that stuff no more. I shake hands and interact with the public, and I love it. But like I said, the point is of me especially wearing gloves, usually an older pair of gloves when I do it, is these little kids have been out here eating snacks and who knows what and picking in their noses and stuff like that. And there's some nasty little hands, and I can see them little Cheeto fingers and stuff, and I'm like, so I always have gloves on.
I don't know what them little hands
there's no telling what this, I mean, you can see the little Cheeto hands and stuff like that, but I love doing it. That's my favorite thing in parades right there. But you younger guys, y'all keep doing your fancy circles and stuff like that. You go with it. I'll shake hands and take pictures with people and stuff.
I do a little bit of all of it. I'll get out there and do some circles, but then I'm going to ride in a straight line for a little while and shake some hands and take pictures with kids.
Yes, the whole thing. Shaking hands and kissing babies. Don't kiss the hands and shake the babies. That can get you in trouble.
That'll get you in trouble.
I do enjoy the parades. So besides that, any like crazy ass traffic stops or anything like that?
We had a 31-mile pursuit
On your motorcycle?
on the motorcycles. In fact, at that time, my partner was on a BMW, not a Harley.
Well, I'm not a fan of them, but they are fast.
Yeah. Well, he was, of everybody in the pursuit, he was the only one that could remotely keep up with the car.
No units that got involved at any point?
Yeah, we had a Tahoe, but the Tahoe couldn't keep up.
What kind of car were y'all chasing?
An Infiniti G35
Okay,
or
yeah.
37, one of the two. And the alleged suspect in that crime there was very familiar with street racing. So, yeah. She took us on a
Oh, it was a
wild,
female.
Yeah, she took us on a wild ride.
I think I know who you're talking about.
You probably do.
Yeah, blonde hair, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I know who you're talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
She we actually lost her 3 times in the pursuit. We had actually lost her in a neighboring parish. She had went several miles north of an interstate.
Her dad still lives in the same spot. I could have just let her go and went and picked her up there later.
Well, we think that's where she was trying to get back around to,
Yeah.
but she ended up, I don't know. She ended up making a right-hand turn from the far left-hand turning lane in front of a bunch of cars, spinning tires the whole time, losing traction. Does a complete 180 a little bit further down from the intersection after we done made our turn to get in behind her, and then she comes straight at us. So we ended up splitting to where she could just go between us instead of hitting us.
Of course.
And then we looped back around behind her. We crisscrossed and got back in, and then ended up going back north some more. And she ended up in the northern portion of our western neighboring parish.
Wow.
Yeah, 31 miles.
Wow. I had a pursuit not too long ago. We were on a motorcycle. I have been involved in pursuits when I was on a motorcycle, and I learned really fast. But like he was just saying, I was involved in the pursuit, and the suspect turned around, and next thing I know, I was head on with the suspect, and I'm not going to win that battle. I'm not stupid. I'm going to get out of the way.
You're not.
So ever since then, if I initiated a pursuit, once units showed up, I would disengage and follow at a very, very safe distance because, like I said, they had a city officer from one of the local cities, not recently, it was years ago, but I think they were involved in a pursuit, and one of the police cars ran him over, hit him during the pursuit. So, I mean, I've been run over a few times. It's not fun. So, yeah. Future motor cops, I don't know what y'all's department policies were. The department I used to work for and stuff, like, we would disengage and let the, once the cars, uniform cars showed up, we would disengage, fall back, and let them handle it, and we'd just kind of go from afar. So,
Right.
I don't want to get run over by the bad guy or one of my friends.
Right. That was our policy too, but at the time, no marked units that could go quick enough to
keep up with her.
were not even close. So we were the only ones that remotely could keep up with her.
I take it y'all called her, she went to jail.
Yes. The neighboring agency put their helicopter in the air after she tried running us over. And that's another city in the neighboring parish.
Did you get any time for it? They probably just slapped her on the wrist, got probation or something.
I know she's out now. But she was in there for, I don't know, 6-8 months, something like that. We ain't been to court on it yet.
She probably pled out. There's so much stuff I've arrested people for and I've never gone to court, so they either dismissed it or plead them out. Anything. Tell me something else. Come on.
Let's see. Trying to figure out what else we got.
It's the only thing that's ever happened to you?
No, I mean, 13 years of this, you'd think a lot would happen.
I mean, you almost got beat up by a girl just the other night.
Yeah, I did. We won.
3 of y'all on one woman.
3 of us and
Don't tell me you had a K9 too.
no, what it was my partner, his OIT, me, and my OIT that I'm just had come to me. And So my OIT was able to finally get in there and get the handcuffs on them. You know, once we got her arms around behind her, after she done scratched and bit all three of us that was already there. We finally got her in custody, got her taken on to the hotel.
Well, at least your scratches are on your arm. I got called one time when I was a uniform cop to a local bar. It was a sports bar, and we didn't have a lot of backup. Like I said, this was way back in the day. That's my back in the day sound. We just went back
To your time.
to my time. Anyway, I get called to this bar. There's a bar fight inside. So I go in there. I break. There was a female fighting with a male. Well, believe it or not, the female was the aggressor, and I don't know if the guy just wasn't fighting back or he was getting his ass whipped by this girl. But anyway, I get them separated. I pull the girl off because she was the one on top of this dude beating the shit out of him. I pulled the girl off, and next thing I know, I got this other woman on my back. It was her mama. Well,
Like a spider monkey, huh?
she was like a fucking spider monkey for sure. She jumped on my back. Well, I kind of slung her off. Like I said, I used to be kind of a gym guy and everything when I was younger. I threw her off my back, and next thing I knew, the bitch was right back on my back. She was definitely hopped up on. She was on Mountain Dew or some other shit.
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
She was jacked up on. She might have been jacked up on Jack. But anyway, I pulled my spray out. We didn't carry tasers and all that shit. And I was PR-24 certified, ASP certified, and all that. I never was a guy to carry a stick.
Right.
I was just never.
I don't carry one.
I was never comfortable pulling the stick, any type. I say stick, but ASP is like basically an expandable baton, but it's like a stick. I was never comfortable hitting someone with it.
Right.
Not that, I was scared to hit anybody with it. It's like, I just know I didn't want to, somebody at the time make me mad because I was a younger kid back then and me hit somebody where I shouldn't have hit them at. So
Right.
I wouldn't put myself or didn't want to hurt anyone like that. So I just never carried one. So I didn't have that tool on my belt. I did have spray, freeze. Well, I pulled it out and I was just about to, because I had all these people around me. I'm by myself. Backups, 15, 20 minutes away still. Well, I'm about to spray down this whole entire fucking bar. I'm about to clear this shit out because I'm way outnumbered. I got these two women fighting with me. I got one in front of me. I'm trying to control her. I got the spider monkey kept jumping on my damn back. I ended up arresting both of them. As I talked about before, I was a shit magnet. I was always getting called in, like my wrath face and everything else. Next day, here I was back in the chief operations office. He's like, I got you. Like, got me for what? It's like, that woman you arrested, she said, you beat her up. I was like, I arrested her and, charged her, battery on an officer and stuff. What happened to your face? I said, it's that fucking woman. It looked like I'd been attacked by a fucking bear. I had 3 scratch marks, kind of like that little baby when you got on your arm for the boo-boo wagon.
Yeah, my little one.
I had 3 scratch marks from my neck all the way up to my hairline. Like Freddy Krueger, it just right down me. I mean, it wasn't bad enough for like me to go to the hospital and get stitches, but they were still little scabs. You could tell I had been scratched all the way down. What happened to your face? I said, that woman that you saying that I beat up.
That's what
She did. I said, does she have any marks on her? No, because she had bonded out this time. Didn't come complain on me, of course. No,
That happens
like
in this profession.
This is what she did to me. I didn't do that to her. I didn't punch her. I didn't do nothing. Once I pulled the spray out, finally, at that point, the bouncer shows up, which I don't know where he was at the time. Like I said, at the time I was about 6 foot and about 225. The bouncer there was like 6'8" and 300 pounds. It was fucking Andre the Giant was a bouncer.
Where was he hiding at the whole time?
But once I started getting people under control, he said I was about to shut this fucking bar down because I was about to mace everybody in it. That's when he shows up. Thanks, Andre. He grabbed her and helped me get everybody you could have come before, she Freddy Kruegered my face.
Right?
But this bitch actually was trying to get me in trouble for beating her up when she's the one that was, like I said, trying to kick my ass. She ended up pleading out. I think she did end up getting 15 days for the battery on me and stuff like that. But yeah, that kind of pissed me off that I got called in for this woman saying I beat her ass, and I'm the one. Once he saw the scratches and stuff, he realized that she didn't have a case against me.
Right.
Because I didn't do anything.
But and back then, y'all probably didn't get as many complaints
Shit.
as now.
Dude, I was in the office damn near every day. It seemed like it was constant with me. I mean, like I said, it got till, I ended up getting moved to the jail, at one point, but that wasn't for that. It was my fault. I was young and stupid and drive, you drive when you're young, think you're bulletproof. Well, I crashed my unit 3 times, and the third time I ended up in the jail working for a while.
That was your punishment.
Yeah, it was my punishment. That's, unfortunately, a lot of departments do is, I could think sheriff's office or whatever. I don't know about PDs. A lot of PDs don't have jails. They use the sheriff's office. That if you get in trouble in the sheriff's office, but you haven't got to that point of firing, they'll punish you and put you in the jail or make you go work in the courthouse or something like that. Well, I ended up going to the jail, which really wasn't that bad for me. I ended up in the back. I made jail supervisor within 3 months, and I actually got a raise and was making like $500 more a month when I got put into jail. So it actually worked out well for me. Thanks for punishing me back then,
right.
Guy. That was my scratch story. So I said, I got Freddy Krueger. You got the little boo-boo scratch. It's like, I think it's like two centimeters or something.
Yeah, it ain't much. It ain't much. It's a little bit of scratch.
No charge with battery?
Oh, yeah. She got 3 counts of battery on police officer. 4 counts of resisting, and 1 count disturbing the peace by public intoxication.
That's why y'all got called. Was it a bar or house or something?
It was at a house out in the yard.
Yeah, if you're getting drunk, stay in your house and don't
come outside.
Fight with people.
And when you're asked to go back inside because the incident really don't even pertain to you, just go inside.
Fuck you! I ain't going inside. This is my property.
That's about how it went down. But after about the 5th time of asking. Just don't pertain to you. Go inside. Yeah. It was time to go for that ride.
Well, shit.
That's what happened. That's what happened. I'm going to go into my little rant right here. One day this week, I was on my way home from work. Like I said, I do commute back and forth to work. Had worked late. We had a funeral that ran very late, and so I was later coming home, and I was on my motorcycle. The weather in this area, I think in Louisiana, period, it's just been it's been gorgeous for the whole entire week. No rain, no clouds. It's been hot as fuck, but it's been pretty.
Never lied.
No, it's been hot. Like today, it was just dead air today, no breeze or nothing, but it's been hot. And like I said, on them times, I prefer to be on my motorcycle. So I've been driving my motor back and forth to work and leaving my unit parked at the jail. Anyway, I think it was about an hour. I was about an hour late getting home, getting off, which I didn't care. I mean, that shit happens sometimes, And so I was on my way home. Traffic was fucking so bad. And most people are all back to work. So during the corona, the zombie apocalypse, traffic has been phenomenal. I mean, it's been great because nobody was working. Well, everybody's back to work
Empty
pretty
roads.
much now. Yes, everybody's back to work now. The only thing I can say is the only thing that people, I know that some things they forgot to do during the coronavirus is motherfuckers forgot how to drive.
Yes.
There was, I'm not joking, in a approximately 40-mile drive it is for me to commute to my residence from where I work. There was 5 fucking crashes. 5 crashes, not all on the same side of the interstate, but on both sides. Like some of them were like 3-4 vehicle crashes. I feel sorry for these city guys. I mean, there's fucking crashes everywhere. Anyway, so it's taken me a while, because even if a crash occurs on the other side of the road, for some reason motorists want to look at it like, I've never seen somebody bump into the back of somebody before. And they want to slow down, fuck traffic up all behind them because everybody wants to rubberneck. So traffic was fucked up. Well, I'm almost to my residence. We have Bluetooth capabilities in our helmet. My phone rings, and I have a mount. And I seen it was my work calling, so I just hit the button and I answered it. Well, it was my captain. He asked me if I was home yet. I'm like, no, I'm working on it. He said, some lady, I don't know who it is. They never tell us who called and complained, or they might even ask. I don't know. I think it was this bitch in this white Explorer, because I had been behind her for quite a while, and she was like putt-putting. She wasn't even doing the fucking speed limit. Well, traffic was thick. Well, I finally get around her, and I just kind of looked at her like,
can you do something?
Why the fuck are you in the fast lane? Those plenty of rants of those y'all know. But I kind of gave her this look like, why the fuck are you over there? And I went on about my business. Well, the way we do train in motor, especially for any civilians listening here that wouldn't complain or whatever on motor guys. I don't anybody that listens don't like cops listens to this anyway, but we train to weave in and out of traffic, and I will go from one side of the lane. I think I might have talked about this before, but I'll go from the fog line to the center line back and forth, and or I'll switch lanes for no reason sometimes when I'm I'm on heavy traffic. We do this so the people in the cars will see us. If I'm just sitting in the same spot, if I'm sitting over here, especially if I'm sitting on a fog line, and some jackass says, "Oh, look, there's a gap right there," he's gonna hurry up and try to shoot this gap. He just ran me over. So if I'm constantly moving from lane to lane and moving from side to side, people see me. That's for my safety. Well, the bitch she called and said I sucked the paint off her door, and she was doing 75. Well, first of all, the name of my agency is on my rear saddlebag toward the bottom. It's not ginormous lettering. It's not a billboard. So if I was going that fucking fast, she would have never even got to read anything. She would have got a color of the motorcycle was it if I sucked the fucking paint off her door. And I already get called driving Miss Daisy by the people I work with because I don't drive fast. I'm slow.
You drive like a pawpaw.
Yes. And I'm just slow. I'm not in that big of a hurry to get anywhere. Then she complained like I was weaving in and out of traffic. I said, well, I wasn't setting no ground speed records for sure because of traffic. And yeah, I was weaving in and out of traffic, but that's how we train. I explained that to him, which he understands. Like I said, it's a 40-mile trip. It took me an hour and 11 minutes to make this 40-mile trip. Do the math, people. Do the math. I was really sucking the paint off people's fucking doors to go. I mean, you can go at 40 miles an hour, you go 40 miles. It took me almost an hour and 15 minutes. So I was probably averaging about 32, 33 miles an hour. This bitch probably, if it was that bitch in that white Explorer, she was probably mad because I gave her you're a stupid person look, get the hell out the way.
Move over.
Or it was just somebody that don't like cops, wants to get somebody in trouble. Or it's just some stupid motherfucker that just likes to cause shit and just don't like people. You know what? How'd you like me to call and complain on you at your fucking McDonald's job you're probably fucking working at saying you burnt my fucking hamburger or something? So, fuck you. Go fuck yourself. That's my rant for today. You got any rants? Look at him. I just left him fucking speechless. I left him speechless. It's first time in front of a mic. He's a little nervous. We're going to get him some looser pants next time. I will let you use some of my pajama pants if you need to.
Nothing wrong with my pants.
It's kind of tight there. I think he's got a man camel toe or something. I'm not real sure. We might have to change his name to man camel toe or something.
Can't even deal with you today.
You got to be ready when you come on my podcast. I'm unscripted. I didn't write shit down for this one either. I'm just straight off the cuff.
Right. I mean, you did just text me today, be like, hey, you ready?
Mm-hmm. Well, I called you yesterday. You fucking didn't answer the phone or call me back.
I did answer you.
No, when I called yesterday, you did not.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see that.
See? I called yesterday trying to set this shit up.
Let me check this.
You check it. Check it. Yeah, he tried to ghost me. I can be persistent. Bam tells me, stop it. You're like a stalker sometimes. Like, no, fuck that. They said they were coming on. They going to come on or I'm going to drive them crazy, go put charges on me. Oh, I called.
What me?
Oh, I called you.
Oh wait.
Yeah, See?
Oh wait.
Don't respect your elders, son. Respect your elders. Yes, it's right
Sorry,
there.
Papa. Sorry.
Respect your elders. It's like when you didn't call me? Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. So he ghosted me. He tried to ghost me. I don't give up. You got a personal bike? I don't think you got a personal bike.
I did. I got rid of it recently.
Why'd you do that?
I needed to get rid of it, get some things taken care of, and then I'm gonna get another one. I need another one. I do.
You going about Harley?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I had a Street Glide. I had a 2014 Street Glide.
Is that the one with that Frick's fairing?
No, that's the Road Glide.
That's the Road Glide.
No, I had the Street Glide with the.
I'm not a fan of that one. I'm not a fan of fixed fairing bikes. I only get people that love them. I know you got some guys that just love them things. I've rode them and stuff. I'm just not a fan of a fixed fairing bike.
Me neither. They ugly to me. And then the whole concept.
They're not the prettiest thing to me. I mean, like I said, I got some guys that love them. I just don't like when I turn my handlebars, my headlight's still pointing straight.
Right, it ain't moving with the handlebars.
It for some reason, I guess, with the type of bikes I've always ridden, it just fucks with my head. It's like I'm turning, but the other shit's going straight.
Right. It's not like the Road Kings.
No, I have my personal bike. I have an Electric Glide Classic also, and it's, the fairing moves with that. But I test rode like a Gold Wing before and some other fixed fairing bike stuff like that. And it just threw me off. I guess it's just what you get used to riding. I did see a new Harley I did like, and they damn near had me talked into it. But my bike's older, but it's paid for. And
well, that was the problem. Mine wasn't paid for.
Mine's paid for, and this fucker was like almost $30,000. I'm like, God, I wanted it so bad. It was that, I think they call it that denim. It was black and gray, that denim, like flat black, and the engine was black, and the no chrome on it whatsoever, which was very nice because you don't have to shine shit that ain't shiny.
I think that's what I'm gonna end up doing next time is all black, no chrome. It was
loaded out, it was the full dresser bike. Because when Bam does like to ride, she likes to lay back like she's on the recliner. This motherfucker might, if I get my backrest, she probably put a TV in it so she can keep up on her shows or something like that. I mean, it was loaded out. It was gorgeous, but I think the price tag on it was right under $30,000. I'm like, God, I was like, no, couldn't pull that trigger. Ended up buying her
scared.
No, not scared. It's just we ended up buying her a slingshot, one of them Polarises.
Oh,
because I have two personal motorcycles plus my work bike, and one of them she won't ride on because it's kind of chopped down and it's rigid frame. So if I want to go like the bike night or something, she's not going to ride it. Instead of her having to drive her Jeep, she can drive her slingshot. And I'm telling you what, they're cool looking, but I didn't realize how fun they are to drive. They're fun as shit to drive. It's like driving a really fast go-kart down the road. And that have lights and stuff like that on it.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen them. I ain't never been in one of them.
Oh, I was recently let loose again, people. So you never know. I'm back out writing tickets. Yes, it does excite me. Like I told y'all before, I'm a traffic cop.
They've just released us to start working all our grants. So.
I was out Thursday writing tickets. Like I told y'all, I'm thinking another one's like I felt like a crackhead getting my first hit right out of rehab. It was fucking wonderful. It was great. I'm tell you what did surprise me. I was shocked. Usually, let's say if I stop 12 people, I'm going to get one asshole out of them 12 people all the time. Usually, I'm always ready for. I'm always going to get that one fucking asshole. It might be in the end, it might be in the beginning. I'm always usually going to get just one fucking asshole. The other day, it was weird as shit. Every fucking body was like super nice. Nobody cussed me. Nobody even argued with me or nothing like that. I felt like I was in a twilight zone.
I've been noticing a lot of that myself lately. Everybody's being super nice.
Yes, it's a little creepy. Because I'm used to at least getting cussed out or argue with at least once, or at least one time, or just get that the person, they're not rude, but they're not nice. They just don't talk to you and kind of look at you and like snatch the ticket out at you. Yeah. Yeah. I had this one guy, he was, poor kid, he was nervous. They were from, I don't remember what state they're from. It was an up north state. And I pulled him over, and the poor kid was nervous as shit. And his whole family was in there. They were coming back from vacation or something. He was like 23. His grandma, his mama, his sister, like I said, his whole family. Well, I was trying to lighten the mood up, and I explained the citation stuff to him. Well, he signed the citation, gave him his court date and everything. When he took my pen, after he did it, he handed me stuff back and put my pen in his console.
Got my pen back.
I said, dude, that's theft. I said, I'm just trying to give you a speeding ticket. Don't make me. And he kind of looked at me. His mom started laughing. I said, I had my pen back. Oh, he was fucking scared. By the day, I said, I'm going to charge you with theft. You stole my pen. It wasn't even a good pen. It's a pen from some business or something. My good pen, I need to remember to bring with the ones I like. I like them. It's a gel pen I like to write with.
G2s?
Yeah, the G2. That's right. I love those.
I like the Zebra 301s.
I like real fine point.
Yeah.
Because my handwriting's not the best. We're not electronic tickets yet, but they're working on it. But the fatter the point is, the worse my handwriting looks. Because my 6s and G's look and stuff. I got stuff that looks alike. The girl that does the citation, putting them in, I just said, look, here's my cell phone number. If you have a hard time with one of the things, just text me a picture of it. I'll decipher it for them. It's like shorthand or something. I've never had a pretty handwriting. I've just always had that nasty, third grade stupid kid handwriting.
I still have it.
Did you graduate to third grade?
I made it to the 5th.
I got out to 5th grade.
I made it.
With a 1.2. I was not a school person.
It was enough to do what I do now.
I wasn't, no. I didn't like, I wasn't a person that enjoyed high school.
I hated it. I hated school, period.
I mean, I went to college for a while too, but I just wasn't a school, I don't know, Bam had surgery just 2 weeks ago. And so I was off for a week to take care of her and stuff like that, which.
How sweet.
You do that for your wife. Are you married?
No.
I don't blame anyone for not wanting to marry you.
Divorced twice.
Oh, you're working, trying to catch up, huh?
I'm trying to catch up to you.
So if any single women are listening to this, you'd like to date a guy named The Gap. That's not even sexy.
It's better than the Baby Gap.
The Gap. Well, we got Baby Gap. We're gonna get him on here too. But he's one of them little pretty boys.
Yes.
Admit it, he's a little pretty boy, but he's married. The Baby Gap is married, but he's one of them little pretty boys. You see him, oh, he's so cute.
You hear that all the time.
Oh yeah.
Hang out with him, you hear it all the time. Especially when we was working together and we go to the store to get gas or something.
I've worked with guys like that before, the pretty boys. Yeah, I've worked with plenty pretty boys. It's like I just walk away after a while. I'm tired of here. I'm just I've never been a pretty boy, but now I'm just the fat old dude.
Talking about him, he's texting me now.
Oh, did you text him and tell him that we're having a whole conversation about his prettiness right now? He's not here to defend himself. He should have showed up. Is he apologizing? Or you still there?
He did. He asked if I was still here. I said, yep, talking about you. He says, really? He said, like?
Oh, it's not going to listen to the episode, Mr. Gap. Baby Gap. I don't know how they say he's a cute boy. He's not a big guy. Maybe it's because he's got a shop in the junior section. Fuck, I don't know.
When he started in this, he was still shopping in the kids section.
Well, he's not much bigger. He's not a big guy. He's like one of them little cutesy guys, like a little troll or something. little pretty little hair and stuff like that.
Yeah, he needs a haircut.
Yeah, check him out on TikTok under Baby Gap.
It's BG.
BG
_Baby Gap.
Yeah, go watch
_M1.
That's a lot too many That's too much shit.
He's got a bunch in it.
And he's got one. I was scrolling on. I love watching TikTok videos. I got an account. It's nothing to do with this or nothing. I video other people when they don't know they're being videotaped. There's nothing to me on there, of course. And I saw one of them. Like, look at him. He's giving like the little cute wink to something on one of them. I was like, look at this motherfucker.
Right.
Little cutesy wink. He should have came on here. You got to listen. I don't even know if he fucking listened to the podcast or not.
Yeah,
he's going to have to listen now.
He listened to you. He listened to the one that you did, I think, yesterday.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty good reviews on it. I hope that helps him out. Like I said, the other...
Me too, they need it.
Chief Addison, more than welcome to come on. Like I said, same questions, no gotcha moments. I've told more of my stories than you have told your stories.
Man, I don't have a whole lot of stories.
12 years.
I'm lame.
I know. I've seen y'all making TikToks at fucking Waffle House.
It wasn't at the Waffle House. Oh, yeah, we did make some at the Waffle House parking lot.
The Waffle House was in the background in the parking lot, so I don't know where you...
That was BG making those. That was Baby Gap making
you were
those
in
TikToks.
them.
Yeah, I was.
Holding hands.
No.
It's not that kind of friendship.
No. Well, we did when we was working together. We would put his bike on cruise and, be side by side.
Holding hands.
Yes. Going down the road. Going down.
Brotherly love.
That's right. That's
because Baby Gap's just so damn cute. Just want to pinch his little cheeks.
Just reach up and grab a little cheek.
Yeah, as long as he don't see this poor motherfucker when he does come on, we have to talk about it. He done crashed twice. Motherfucker ain't been a MOTORCOP 5 years. I don't think he done two crashes.
He wasn't there 2 years total and had 2 crashes.
Yeah, I know he broke.
Neither one of them was his fault, but
he broke an arm or something on one
the first one.
I believe. I don't know if he broke anything on the other one or not.
No, on the second one, I was actually there for that one. Going back to you were saying earlier about somebody trying to shoot the gap.
Yeah.
Little girl coming out the store parking lot between traffic, pulled right in front of both of us.
That's because she was looking at Baby Gap and wasn't paying attention.
Probably no, she couldn't see us. We had just got done with a little traffic control deal and was picking up from it, and traffic was backed up, and she decided she wanted to pull out.
Run them over.
She nearly got both of us.
You pushed them.
That's what he says. I wouldn't move.
You pushed
but
him.
When I could watch the whole thing happen, he was in front of me. But yeah, he still says to the day, he says, you just wouldn't move.
It's store cameras? Because they wouldn't, y'all don't have cameras on your bikes,
No, we didn't. No, I watched it because I was a little offset from him. I hadn't quite caught up to him yet.
And so you're doing your mental record and replay?
Yeah, this is all out of my head because by the time I passed the front of the car, his feet were by my head.
I'm sure a lot of stuff's in your head.
There's a lot of stuff in my head, but some of it just can't come out.
Oh, there's a lot of shit I can talk about too that I can't talk about. I can retire in 4 years though, so
yeah, I don't have that leisure.
Yeah, well, stop fucking quitting and coming back. Make your mind.
I had to this last time. I had to.
Well, let's say get yourself somewhere in
personal reasons. I needed to get away from where I was at, and hopefully, if things go good over the next couple months.
They told him he had to wear boxer briefs to work, and all he owned was man thongs and refused to wear boxer briefs.
Yep, banana hammocks.
I bet you his ass is chafed as a motherfucker in the summertime. Do you shave your butt?
Yes, I do.
You do?
I do.
How do you reach around there to do that?
You got to get in the mirror.
Oh, you don't have one of them things with the stick on it?
You got to get the Manscaped 3.0.
Oh, okay, well, I don't know what that is. I just have, mine's French braiding. I don't have hair. I'm not a real hairy person. I don't have one of them hairy butts like that.
You got to get the Manscaped 3.0.
Is that
it's
thing
got
really
the ceramic
just making
blades.
that shit out?
No, it's for real. Google it. It's got the ceramic blade so it don't cut you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No cutting?
No cutting.
I shaved one time and I cut my balls and it bled like a son of a bitch. I'm going to tell you. I thought I was going to fucking die. And I'm like, I cannot go to the hospital. with just bleeding balls. Let me tell you what, I don't know if you know what one of them septic sticks is. No, you don't, obviously, because you're looking at me like, what the fuck's that? It's a stick, you can put it, like if you cut yourself shaving, you put it on it and it stops you from bleeding. Oh. Yeah. Don't put that on your balls if you cut your balls. Okay, it's a public service announcement. You will scream for your mama if you put a septic stick on your balls after you cut it. Oh my God. It stopped bleeding. I have to go to the hospital and that, but Jesus Christ. I know you people didn't not want to hear that shit, but it's tough. It's just part
Dealing
of
with
it.
you people hear stuff they don't want to hear all the time.
Yeah, well, yes. I've gotten, like I said, my old school days, I know you probably heard about my reputation. I'm not that person no more. I'm a much more calm, relaxed person. Y'all probably don't believe it with my rants and shit like that, but trust me, I'm way more calm than I used to be.
I've heard about it. You wrote my sister a ticket.
See, I wrote a sister ticket and I pulled over Freelander. We got another guy that's going to be coming on here I still work with. I pulled over his wife will probably be here and probably talk on it too, because I pulled her over and she was boo-hoo and made her cry. So I mean, hey, after 20-something years, I've pulled over a lot of people.
You had that very unapproachable personality.
It's not my personality. It's the way I look.
Demeanor.
It's my RAF face. We're talking about the RAF again. I'm one of them people. I'm going to say unfortunately. It's like I said, it helps out because people stay away from me like that. I just got that kind of look at me like I'm just the biggest fucking asshole ever. And so people's like, oh, fuck.
Heard that a few times.
But once somebody gets to know me, they're like, oh, you're not this big of an asshole. I mean, you're still an asshole, but you're not a ginormous asshole. You're just a normal asshole. So it's just the way God made me look. I can't help it. I try, like I said, when I smile too much, it hurts. Or people think, oh, shit, what's wrong and what he's up to with this fucking smile on his face.
All right.
So you're one of them smiley type people that's approachable.
Not all the time.
If me and you were standing next to each other, trust me, they're going to approach you way before they're going to approach. They're going to approach you before they me. That's what's going to happen. Is he still blowing you up over there?
No.
He's worried now?
Not really. He just said laugh out loud, okay. I told him he asked what we were saying about him. I said, you'll just have to listen.
Yeah, he'll have to listen. This will be out. This is a Saturday night. This is how the ICEMAN spends his Saturday nights, a lot of nights. Because believe it or not, this podcast shit takes up quite a bit of time.
I believe it does.
We're all self-taught. Still, like I said, definitely unscripted. I can't say, I say sometimes unedited. No, we are edited, just not as bad as I used to be. I don't think this one, probably so far, we hadn't even had to stop because I said something wrong or nothing like that.
You've been being behaved today. We'll give you an E for effort.
It's better. I mean, I'm used to getting D's. It's like, I got a D plus on this test. It was great. Of course, when I was in school, we still used paper.
You got D's? I didn't even make it that high.
Yeah, I mean, I had to. My mom would whoop my ass. I at least had to pass. I had to pass.
I mean, when you spend 5 years in a 3-year school, come on.
Oh, mine. No, I never got held back or nothing like that.
I hated school.
I did my 12. Oh, I didn't like it either. And I went to school and I was in school. Graduated in the New Orleans area school. So they were back when I went to school. There were no uniforms and shit like that.
Right.
I had a fucking perm mullet and a pierced ear at the time. Picture that shit. Okay, that's fucking just scary in itself.
I couldn't picture that on you.
Okay. I showed Bam a picture recently of me at a prom back in it's probably like 87 or 1986. You weren't even born.
I was 2 or 3 years old.
I mean, this was at a prom, and I was like, I showed it to her, and she's like, who's that? I'm like, that's me. I fucking had this feathered haircut thing going on. I think I had a baby blue fucking tuxedo on with this with a cheesy ass mustache. Hey, Fluffy, I'm coming for you. Let me bring some Fluffy over here. fucking my stepdaughter. She's like saying, "You've talked about all the kids except for me." If y'all ever hear our promo commercial on any other podcast or something like that, she's the passenger in the car. But if you want to, I'm going to talk about it. Okay, so here we go. Stepdaughter, her boyfriend is a fireman, a hose jockey.
They like sleepovers.
He likes sleepovers. I told him today. He said something like, "No, I've been busy." I said, "What? You had to pause the PlayStation to go save a fucking cat?" Firemen they have a tough job too. They're first responders. Cops and firemen just like to fuck with each other. So I'm gonna fuck with them. Well, she likes it for some reason. I don't know fucking why. I don't know. She's retarded or something. He has this fucking mustache. I'm gonna have him on here. So I told him he's nicknamed Fluffy. He's got this fucking cheesy fucking mustache. I mean, it's like this, like a little, like Chester mustache or something, like 70s little porn thing. It's not even thick or nothing like that. I asked him one day, I was like, "Hey, do you like send that shit to recon at fires and stuff, like Go Gadget stash, and it takes off and then comes back?" So I nicknamed his. I'm gonna have him on fucking Fluffy, and his mustache. He's got blonde, like light blonde or strawberry hair. So the mustache is like fucking blonde. It's just like this little pin thing there. It's like
it ain't much.
It's bad. Oh, it's so fucking bad. I wish I could just post a picture of this thing somewheres. He would go viral for all the wrong reasons. So, but stepdaughter, there you go. Your turn. We talked about and talked about Fluffy. He's a good kid so far. If not, hey,
I've known him a couple years. He seems all right.
If not, and he's my stepdaughter, I love her. You got a hose, I got a gun. That's all I'm going to say, buddy. Just, you can sleep on that while you're working. So, on the couch in your bed, I don't know. So, anyway, I don't know. Let's take a break for a second.
Stand by.
We interrupt this program for an important announcement. Ladies and gentlemen.
Are you standing by? A very important message is coming. Are you still standing by?
We interrupt for this breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
There's a podcast that happens on Saturday night that you need to know about. All right, can I get out of serious mode? Let's go to goofy. Okay. Make sure to listen to Louisiana Saturday Night. Robert and April are your hosts, and they talk a lot about current events. And occasionally they'll have a guest and include them on the conversation. It's raw, it's blunt, and explicit. Well, if there is one thing I know, and that is I like dirty. Anyway. It's for anyone who wants to have fun and not take life so seriously. And God knows we need that these days. Robert and April on Louisiana Saturday Night. Check them out at louisianasaturdaynight.podbean.com.
Celebrate good times. Come on. Let's celebrate.
I was celebrating during the break. Good thing you couldn't see me dancing.
Y'all, not a sight to see.
We're back.
Not a sight to see.
It's better than you and your man thong. That much. He showed them to me earlier. I took a picture. I will be posting. No, I'm not taking a picture of that. It broke my fucking phone.
Your phone's already broke.
It is. My phone. Something's wrong with my phone. It is possessed. I got a new screen recently, and I don't know. Because I drop this motherfucker all the time, and I broke the screen. I got a new one, and I don't know what's going on. I'll be on my phone, and next thing you know, it just starts changing screens and doing whatever it fucking wants to. I just got to wait for it to stop. I tried resetting it and everything, so I'll be having to fix that soon. Anyway, this really isn't in the news thing. It was, I guess, on the Facebook. Bam gave it to me because I don't Facebook it. Do tweet now. Well, I don't really tweet. I kind of read more shit of it, and I do have a Twitter account.
Tweet.
Yes. It's a very old song. But anyway, we're going to do in the news. It's in the Facebook. I couldn't help it. Of course, we all know Live PD's been canceled and stuff like that. We're not going to get into that shit. Like I said, I'm
Don't get me
Don't
started.
talk about all that shit on
stand with
on here.
Chase.
And yes, poor Paw Patrol. It's a fucking cartoon. Look, don't get me started. I'm trying. I stay non-political. I don't like the political shit. Anyway, of course, Stick. This was I don't know. She friend somebody posted this, but anyway, so with Sticks and his partner, I guess he's back just doing his regular thing, working. But they had this post, and I'll read it. It says, "Hey there, hold on, shit." I'm old. I need to put my glasses on. Everything was blurry. All right, now I can see. It's magic eyes. It says, hey there, Zachary. Since you ran off on us from Blanchard's liquor store in Brookton with 2 liters of Grey Goose and jumped a few fences, while you were running with the Grey Goose in both of your hands, you dropped your wallet and your cell phone. So we decided to take a selfie with your phone and post it on your Facebook. We decided to call you War Pony since you ran pretty fast from us. P.S. You can pick up your cell phone and wallet at the police department. And there's a picture of Sticks and his partner on this dude's Facebook page. I guess my shit's locked. You ain't getting in my phone. But that shit's hilarious. Look, if you're going to rob shit, at least secure your personal shit, your wallet, and all this other shit.
Don't take it with you.
I mean, he's driving, and he's got a cell phone that's not locked. My shit's locked. I got my passcode, and my wife has my passcode. That's it. Ain't nobody else getting in my phone. And you know, fucking Apple ain't gonna give it to nobody to unlock it.
That's an act of Congress.
But that shit was funny. that they posted a picture of themselves on his Facebook page. So that was kind of in the news thing. I have a hardest time finding funny shit on the news. I find shit, but sometimes I guess it's not too funny. But anyway, I guess we'll call that in the Facebook news. I assume it's real news, not fake news, because they got a picture of Sticks there. Sticks, if you ever listen to this shit, my stepdaughter thinks you're just like cute as a button. So just saying that. I know you're dating some movie star or something now. I don't know. Anyway, the Gap has not spoken much tonight. He was a little unprepared. We will.
You caught me off guard, but
I talked to you a while back about this shit.
Yeah, but I wasn't expecting it tonight.
If you'd answered your phone Friday.
I think I did.
You didn't answer your phone Friday. We established this earlier. I'm the old one. He's the one that's got the old timer's disease. Can't remember shit.
True, I think I do. I'm getting old.
You have no clue yet. You in your 30s?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
36.
Yeah. I can't remember what I was doing at 36 years old at all. I know I was a cop, but I couldn't. It's like, yeah.
20 more years, I'll be caught up to you.
Yeah, 20 more years. I'm hoping to still be alive at that point. Hopefully you'll still be, I don't know, riding a motorcycle or something by then. Still doing it, stop getting scratched by girls.
Right. I mean, it happens.
He got a boo-boo. He
got 2 boo-boos.
He recently got a new tattoo. He keeps picking on it.
I ain't touched it in the last 30 minutes.
We're going to put some Bengay on it. There's some, what's that?
I got some Lubriderm.
Preparation. It's multifunction. We put it on his tattoo, and he can put it on his hemorrhoids as he shaves his butt.
I said, you got to have it.
Hairy butt. Hairy back, hairy butt. Old Coon used to shave a V on his chest. Coon was fucking really hairy. And the hair would like stick out the top of his shirt, and he'd just shave a V in it because every time that motherfucker would walk past me and that shit was sticking out, I'd reach out and snatch a hair out. So he'd shave a V. He would shave his whole chest, just a V where I couldn't get to the fucking hair on his chest. God, I looked at him, I said, dude, you shaved your chest? No, I just shaved it where you can't pull that fucking hair out of my chest. Because like I said, he was like a fucking, like if he took his shirt off and shaved like a little gorilla. And he was older than me, and he had like turned gray, so it's like it was all
a bunch of little gray swirls.
It was like fucking white. So I guess he looked like, instead of I can't say a gorilla, I guess he looked like a fucking abominable snowman or some shit like that. We had another guy. When we went at one of our motor parties, another guy he didn't fucking have no hair in his head, but old Shrek and fucking, but he was hairy and shit. And them motherfuckers, I swear, if they got too close to each other in a swimming pool, they just stuck together like Velcro or some shit like that.
That's a sight I don't even want to see.
Man, you might have been on the fire department. You might have to come over to Jaws of Life to separate them. Their Velcro chest hairs, back hairs were stuck together. Poor Ticketmaster. I think he had to change his pool filter after.
It was clogged up, huh?
Fucking Sasquatch shit in that motherfucker. All the hair floating around and shit. Oh, it was fucking coon. Like I said, I got plenty of stories. That motherfucker was hilarious. I sure the hell wish he was still here. He'd be retired by now. He'd definitely come on here. And there's so many stories I probably never even heard from him. I'll tell you who he is later. It might have been before your time, or you'll probably remember who he was or heard from him or something like that. Anyway, we're about a little over my hour I like to do. I don't want to bore you people too much. Hopefully I got a kick out of it. You know, Gap over here. Hopefully we'll get him and Baby Gap on, and he'll talk a little more. He'll be a little more.
I'll be out of my shell.
He'll be spicy or something like that, or Gap and Baby Gap. I just get this picture, that child thing's like, mind the gap. Does that store even exist anymore? Fucking Gap? I don't think it does. I think they went bankrupt or something.
I think they all did.
Yeah. I'm sorry, people.
Shop at the Gap.
I got this fucking mental picture, and he's sitting over here with his fucking man camel toe and shit. He needs to buy looser pants. Have you ever heard of loose fit jeans before? That's not fucking motor pants.
Just ran at you.
Stop it. Look, he's standing up. He had to pull them out because they were cutting circulation off of his balls.
They are loose. You can't.
They're not.
You can't get none looser. They almost fall off when I walk around.
That's all right because your man toe will hold them up. They'll fall down just there. They'll stay right by your ball.
That's okay. They're not going to fall all the way off.
They're stuck in there. Then your man toe. All right.
I can't deal with you tonight.
All right. I only had one fucking drink. I'm not even drunk or tipsy. I don't know what's wrong with me tonight. He's thinking of this right here.
You make me sick. Thank you, sir. I make everybody sick.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Just straight up Iceman mode. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and end it. As usual, like I said, we're on Twitter. Let me pull this crap up real quick, fast, and give y'all our actual Twitter things. I don't know how you search for it, but I don't know if you just search MotorCop Chronicles podcast if it'll even show up. Because I know they got another little thing on there. Where's it at? I'm old. Can't find shit. Let's see. Push that little button. It's at MotorCopC on Twitter. At MotorCopC on Twitter. Like I said, check us out. I always tweet when I put out new ones. I've put out a few little, I guess they call them tweets, at a few little things and stuff, comments I've made and stuff like that. Of course, we're on Facebook, MotorCop Chronicles Podcast on Facebook, MotorCopChronicles@gmail.com. Email us. Hey, if somebody emails us, you'll be the first one to fucking email us. We ain't got no emails yet, so be the first.
Let me get on my email real quick.
No, that's cheating. I don't want you to email me. I want somebody I don't know to email me. Got a questions? Come on as a guest. Somebody wants to be a motor cop, future, past, present, future, firemen, EMTs, retired, on duty, not on duty. Hell, I'll even take a correctional officer, all first responders. Hit us up. Like I said, we'll get you on as a guest. You can call in if you're not, like I said, if you're not close, we can take call-in people.
Need to bring Fluffy on here.
Oh, Fluffy will be on here. Baby Gap, you and Baby Gap are going to have to come together because y'all like a little pair, like a little twosome. It's like the good, the bad, and the ugly. And we know who the ugly is.
Yeah, that would be me.
So
he's the little pretty boy.
Would be the good, the bad, and the pretty. I don't know. So, according to him earlier today, it'd be good, bad, and stinky because he said he was sweaty and stinky. I didn't want to know. But Like I said, hit us up on Facebook, email us, hit us up on Twitter, and everybody stay safe and always remember, smile, because the Iceman could always be behind you.
I'm cranking up on the throttle. This is how legends are made.